In the early 70s, 1972, Larry McKinney and Bobby McKinney, brothers, started in I believe what was an apartment.
We had this giant big wire reel that was our drafting table and dinner table and breakfast spot in the center of the room, and that was the office and the living room. And then my Uncle Bobby's house was the warehouse. Bobby did all the physical work. Dad was drafting and drawing and doing all that good stuff at nights and on the weekends.
So it was a great pair, a great combination that worked well together. And they both brought different levels of expertise to the table.
Bobby is nuts and bolts, and Larry is dollars and cents, and that's the way they looked at it.
There wasn't a week that went by that Bobby McKinney didn't pick up the phone and call me and just say, "Hey, how you doing?" And it was an early morning call too. It was one of his first. That's how he started his day. So
the combination of those two personalities and those two methods is what made it successful out of the start.
I think the biggest portion of why we were successful through the early years till now is the building of relationships. Larry was very big on relationships with clients, customers, having the right contacts and knowing them personally, and taking and investing time in them.
I mean, there are relationships today that were formed in the 70s.
We did a lot of cotton mills in those early days, and then we brought along new relationships on the design build side with a John Deere.
As a design build operator, you could go in, you could take a document or a plan set, right, that someone wanted you to perform, and you go, "This is a great idea, I'd love to perform this for you, but if you allow me, I can show you a better, faster, cheaper way to do it." And that really drove the explosion of how it got created and how it moved. I can remember the first parcel at BMW. For Eldeco to be a part of that was huge. And my dad was just elated. I mean, he was just on cloud nine. From there to an SKC down in Georgia, to the Boeing world.
I mean, we had over 300 men in the field. We were running 15,000 man hours a week, building at an incredible pace. But we had such talent on that project site, from the leadership to the project management to the superintendents to the field.
It was a heavy industrial, large power project that was not what we were normally doing. So it took a lot of learning and a lot of pulling different teams together to make it successful.
And it was really as one team that really came together to do something that was so far beyond what I personally had ever experienced at Eldeco.
You know, all those kind of stair steps were just major milestones that kind of put the stake in the ground that we're growing and attaining and moving ourselves. We went from the little leagues to the big leagues.
A lot of that growth and that change in who we are and where we've gone from a cooler at a BI-LO or a grocery store in the 70s was driven by the McKinneys. Larry's knowledge was just unparalleled, but that drive that he had for success and where his technical experience and his business experience would take us was key. I mean, it brought in talent. It brought in people that were drawn to him, to his vision. And then that was carried on by Alan.
A lot of people were scared of my dad. It was interesting. I never looked at him as the boss. I never looked at him as anything other than my dad. And he was my number one sounding board. So when I had a crazy dream or a problem, he was my guy to go to and go, "Hey, look, I thought about this. Does this make sense? And tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why that's a good idea. Tell me to go try." I mean, he was still my dad on the outside, but he was my mentor on the inside. And so that was the real push, I guess, from my side to figure out how to make this thing bigger and better. As he started aging and started handing over the reins, my people skills were better than his people skills, and he recognized that and was happy with that. And that allowed me to move forward with people, hiring different people, putting people in different places, and allowing us to expand.
Alan's vision when he took over this company has been incredible to see. He has been very determined to make us something better, and Joel's a super leader. He's got the same great vision that Alan does. Again, you couldn't ask for two better leaders.
Birmingham, Charleston, Charlotte, Greenville. We've had very talented groups of individuals that did incredible things. But we recognized as a team, as a leadership team, that had limits. That if we wanted to truly grow and we truly wanted to become the preferred solution, to become something more than what we were currently, we had the ability to do it. We just had to work together as one group.
Starting in 2012, 2013, we put together the first set of plans that I would actually say are the foundation for the One Eldeco.
And I think we're proving to ourselves that concept and that ability to be able to work together as a team is producing tremendous results.
I think the best is way ahead of us. I think we're ready to have some very, very significant successes in the remainder of this decade.
To watch from just my 25 plus years at Eldeco, to be able to see how we've matured as a company, how our mindset has changed and evolved. I'm proud of the people that work at Eldeco. I'm proud that we've got folks that have been here 30, 40 years. So I'm very proud of where we've gone, where we've been, and where we're going.
His old adage was always just load the wagon, I'll figure out how to bring it home. But I don't know that he ever dreamed it would be the size and the shape that it is today.